Gallop TV Horse Racing, available on SABC Sport on DTT Channel 4 and SABC Plus. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
Mzansi, the fire is lit and SABC Sport is championing our phenomenal women like never before. From netball to hockey, soccer to swimming, track to motorsport, our queens are dominating every arena. All the action, all the time, easily accessible on SABC Plus. Stream it anywhere, anytime, on the go. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so let us show up in pink, stand tall, and celebrate the strength of our unstoppable women in sport. They don't just play, they dominate. So turn it up, feel the heat, and catch every moment only on SABC Sport for the love of the game.
Vali kosi. Na hola yori vale veli kosi. Ya unesa libula.
Sasa dilomba tseve gudu. Kibula onesha bula.
Mada ava lovedu aonesa bula. Go thogomela sijo sa bona.
Batho ba ba dula mo a motjatsi mo mshate ka ba kgetheileng ka one. Khoshi ya rena ile atuba mo lefaseng ka tabala ya gore onesha bula.
Christians will say but I give a myth. I know the reason why they say that because it's a contest of Mudimu wa Kriste le Mudimu was child.
Awa za budanga size. Barwa wa keris beige.
Na bari root. Areve.
September, October. Renaldi Lady Shrine. In successive weekends we go to the one shrine. And there's an animal that symbolizes an ancestor that we place at the center of that shrine. And that animal is generally a cow or a bull. The animal will come here, have a special brew served on him. And then when we're through with that, we go to the shrine. Then makes the supplications, the pleas for rain, for health, for a number of things.
Valeja meruba, ravina.
When they arrived from Zimbabwe, remember the Valuvedi, Bahananwa Kagwa Tabacha Malobo, Batokwa, just alongside N1. Libafenda.
Ivile karulo ya kingdom ya Mnumtapa. Wanawali in the southern province. Kome ki lewagen labu 1600 he watloga kwa. Watloga kawagalatsele alapa ye ya maro obela kwa ga mtolo khoshi. Kwa balita ba akawa magwe amubelele le lo mungwa wa close relative. Yale the bledition just fell out with the Ugwangwa no Mrajakhushi at Tuta Carlos Chava at a Leona Borwa.
Ba Kurile Zimbabwe, Elecataway Bachavile, Lenakalaonisha Pool. Matomo Venale, Renaledi, kgoši tša banna di bile dikgoši tša banna tše di tshelelang ya mafelelo e le mokoto.
Mokoto a re a sa phela a ruta ngwana wa gawe the rain charms yo ba re ke Maselekwane. Mokoto bana le bana ba bantši le basadi ba bantši, bana bawe ba bangwe ke bommabobe, bommampeule, bommalekutu. Bjale yo Maselekwane bommae ba ile ba thokofala, ba re o thokofala kgoši Mokoto wa bona re ngwana wa gago ka gore ke ngwanenyana o to sala a sokola a mo ruta the rain charms.
Ke o ta o dira ya sena thokofala o dira taba ya o bula ntwa ona bona le ntwa ya ranta o le ka bomšate yeo leng gore yo e leng yena wa maleba ya tshwanetseng go latela setulong o ba tare ha bula le batela ntwe la bulela. Bana ba Mokoto ka moka ba fiwa sebaka go thoma ka ba bagolo ba shumane banna ge ba ya le batile pala mafelelong ke ge ba re le motšatši ai ge motšatši a fitha le bati la bulela ke sona se dile gore batho ba ga borena ba amogele taba ya gore ke yena ya ba nambile e le motšatši wa pele.
We've demonstrated the rights of women long before they were recognized in this country.
Maselekwane adaba masala nabo adaba mkisetswana
Kisatwan ba busije mengwaga 63 unite us Chava, and she exercised the biggest influence because she ruled at the time when the whites arrived and they were imposing white government, and she was able to keep them at a distance. So she was very unique. She was the most loved, the most respected, because she carried the traditions. She was not influenced by
Kupula kgoši ke Sethwana, ke be ke sa le yo monnyane. Ba be ba re ba eta ka mokhoroni ra wela fase ba se ba lebelele o me ba feta ka moka le banna ka moka e ka ba monna e ka ba mosadi he ba thoma o jwela ka gona mokhoroni re be re wela fase ra bontšha thompho ya gore o feta kgosi.
And then Kwatlamujaji the fourth, her daughter,
Magoma
ba thoma go fetoga ba bonala mo phatlalatša go feta Mujaji the third fela e be le kgoši ya sejo ye re tlwaetše.
Mogobe
She modernized in the sense that she went shopping into town. But she ruled for, like her mother, she ruled for about 22, 23 years. A shorter period.
Mago
Re tlwaetše kgoši buša mengwaga e metelele, and ba phela ba tsena setulong ba le mongwe ba le in the 30s, in the 40s. But Mujaji wa go selela o tsene setulong e le monyana le 24.
E be setlolo sa Balobedi ke ena e le goreng after le hola mokgekolo o kware she was the immediate person in terms of that lineage ya gona o ile goreng she could take over that responsibility.
And therefore Mujaji the sixth was actually deputizing for her mother who died young.
In my opinion, having been a journalist and having interacted with most of the elders, Baba Balobedi, I do not necessarily believe Mambo was ready to assume that type of responsibility. Her character proved certain elements that were in contradiction with the royal establishment.
Every item tells a story, but when the stories pile up, life can become overwhelming.
Back away from me! What you gonna do?
This season, families face the toughest decisions of their lives.
I really don't want to hear what you have to say.
She probably is afraid that I'm gonna punch the hell out of her. And I will.
Will they keep holding on, or finally let go, with the help of specialists and loved ones?
I'm Mark Pfeffer. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and specialist in hoarding disorder.
New chapters begin and old wounds start to heal. This isn't about clutter. It's about rebuilding trust, relationships, and hope. Because sometimes the hardest thing to let go of is the past.
You are dramatic.
Oh, I'm dramatic?
About cleaning
Excuse me, I'm realistic.
Hoarders, new struggles, new breakthroughs, new beginnings. Monday, 7:30, SABC2.
Firstly, I would like to thank SABC Sport for covering this second edition of Amazulu Kings Golf Cup. Today was also the birthday of His Majesty. So as part of the celebrations, we also host the Golf Day, precisely to raise the awareness around the game of golf and also to raise support for the Office of the King. We hope that as we're going to go for the gala dinner, we will be able to raise more funds. We also want to thank the sponsors that came on board to make this day a success. The whole idea is that youth in rural areas start playing golf. So we want to encourage them and show them that their king is actually part of this exercise or part of this development. As people of KwaZulu-Natal, mainly Amazulu, we've got heritage. That sport can play a role in that space.
Magoba e be le motho wa bothale re be re se dirina le tshepo ho yena hore o to re isa pele
le ge a tšea setulo was a le technical bona kwa go la sešeo polokwane that's why ke re be re lebeletse tse dintšhi go tswa go yena.
She had electronic banking. She had a license. She was driving herself. Marabele, a much more open, a much more people-oriented. Whereas while Pele, you
see, in the culture of Balobedu, you need someone who is matured, who understands the roles and responsibilities that go along with that maturity.
Sesolo benkenya chumisano le lerato lo bereka ka moka ke a tswa re ke toba fa thomphe ba nyaka o le nna ba nthompe ba ska ntja ka re ke nna motho ko ba re maybe nga se ba thompe ba nga se dietse bona ba di nyaka ke toba di ela John.
I Ngwako Abel Ramatlhodi, Premier of Limpopo Province, do hereby appoint Makubo Caroline as Khoshi of Mojaji tribe with effect from the 22nd May 2002.
Khosi ya mosadi a nyalwe yona ya nyala e nyala basadi ba ona ba bitswa ba thanone basadi ba no ba le banna ka kwante bana ba bona ba ja sefane sa mojaji ka ile basadi ba khosi.
We all knew gore Makubo had a child, but ile ya tla ya bataba ya semaka when allegations emerged from people within the royal family, or then she was expecting another child with someone from outside Bogoshi.
Kamarao a ba le ngwana wa mosetsana.
That itself is not in line with the traditions, with the cultures, with the values, with the principles. Jabalubeg.
Agora ba bukelo. Como na rua ali o tinha na. Cara ali gela ya bazari. Ukino formula do dia ngare very nkibyali bya.
I think we were posed with a very serious question here. traditionalism versus modernization, and in my view, she did not do well in that regard.
Makobo ke ena a bušitšeng lebaka le le kopana. Makobo le ge a dula setulo sa bogoši bophelo bja gagwe mo mmeleng be bo se gabotse o ba a no lwala fela a e ba kaone.
Motho o no a lwala ba mo disa ka kwaga ba re mo disa ka kwaga a no ba nna motho ke mo ema emitsago ano bona e gore bolwetse bo yantshidira ntho ka phonyokiwa ke irakile ka motsia ka toana ka yana e moriria ya ka dula na e kwa moriria
ke moka a ya sepetela ke a thokofala
go thata mo Bolobedu ka moka mawa botsitswe khoshigadi Makobo Modzadzi wa go tselela o re shile
le khola khoshi mo setšhabeng sa rena le tshwana le the atom bomb over Nagasaki or over Hiroshima. It is a devastating experience.
o ya ka certificate sa lehu sa mohu o bontsha bolwetse bja bja chronic meningitis.
The news of her death were actually received with shock, disbelief, and obviously mixed reactions. People emerging as spokespeople.
Le nna re bone fela di television gore le tšatši e tla ba la botlhano ne re sa tsebe gore o etsagalang so e le gore sebile letšatši leo rena a re tsebe gore o tla ba le poloko mola kgaetšedi ya mokgore tsa mokgwetši
re no kwa ka mabarebare gore o ka re o tswile ka difate tša naye o sa tswetše ka nte le bakgotsi ba ba makgowa.
I think most people had gone there, much as they accepted that she was normal, but they also wanted to see what was going to happen at the funeral. I mean, there were too many police in 2005. There were stories of that happened on the night vigil. When we arrived there, these people will tell you or no. Caught fire on the night before.
No, bothata ba re mollo ka ba tlhokile a re nna tsebo ka re maphodisa ba ba letse ba le gona mo ba di bone ka segauso ba di kitimela ka bona ba tla tla di partition kana ba tla re botsa dipoelo tša tsona.
Buried there on the 20th of June 2005. And at that time she was 26, I think, 27. She was 27 years, she was very young.
That dignity was not there. You could not even feel or we at a funeral ya Magoshi wa Balobedu. Had it not been the intervention of the premier and other people and his cabinet, after le it was not a very, very good funeral.
Well, we've not been happy with everything which has been happening after this death was announced. The fact that there were conflicts in the house and the type of reports which we have been getting in the media. Ese mmoši wa Modzadzi fela mara bogoši ka bophara
nna re le banka ya magoši re latlhegetše ke lesole le mogwera re paletše ko oka bapheditselane mowe bapheditselabo
setšhaba sa Balobedu ka moka le Balobedu le ba Mošate ka moka ba rile o kwa legola Makobo ba kwa botlhoko gobane ba ba golofetše gore ke yena a ile o ba ke lesedi ke le bone
mo bula ka ro thokofata e motho ka mollela
e be ngwana wa go ba le mekgwa ngwana wa go šoma ngwana wa go thaka.
re bile le kgakaneonyana ka gobane ge a tlhokofala ngwana wa gagwe Masalana wa ngwanenyana yo go ya ka setso sa rena tshwanetse go latela mmagwe e be e sa le monnyane kudu sa le lesea bona ba le ka no ana le mengwa e mene ge ke sa push.
So we've got a very dangerous situation, a very difficult situation.
Which is now that Makobo was no more, who is now going to be the Rain Queen? I think that was the most critical question in the minds of the people.
From creepy homes to chaotic kitchens, join SABC2 this October for spine-tingling television. At 6:30 every Sunday, the comedy mixtape will grip your funny bone. Delve into the depths of obsession. Monday, 7:30, where hoarding horrors live under the bed. These taste masters are serving more than sugar. They're serving suspense. Tuesday, 7:30. Blink and you might be married in a flash and possibly spooked. Sunday, 7:30. Unleash wild chills from snake pits to survival stunts on Dingo Untamed. Fridays at 8. Fun, freaky, and thrilling this October on SABC2.
Thokofetšeng tšona ga ona be re le no dula re le mo gakaine no re sa tse borena re ka dia bjang ke re namile re re ngwana hae e sa le lesea a se be ka se ra ka bja bohosi.
I think that was at the time when Lord Balobedi were at crossroads. Do they change culture for 200 years or for decades?
Rena re le setšhaba re le baetapele ba setšhaba re kwane gore malome a gagwe e le go mpapatla motšatši e be ena a mo tshwarelang ra dira dikakanyo tšeo go ba mmušo wa province ya Limpopo le bona ba ya amogela mpapatla ke ena a mo tshwaretšeng go ya ka molao wa bjale mo Afrika Borwa ke regent ya rena Balobedu gore o tla be wa ning setulo go ya ka melao ke a tla be ngwana a godile ntho mongwe a na le mengwaga e masomepedi tee mo a tla kgonang go dula setulo a kgona go eta setšhaba pele.
So you were just interesting. It will just be very, very interesting for one or another. Rapula or Bangliana in the form of Mpapata. Will he be able to sustain that legacy?
Na ke bone o ene bothata ka baka la re go ya ga le logo la hona ha na bjale o bo sena yo a ka dulago mme ba lebelelena ka ijedi ya mago re a ba tshwere dingwana mago.
We knew gore go ba gona le di periods tse dingwe tse ile goreng e be ile gore Makgoši ba dula le ena ka mola mošate ka mola, and then she goes through those processes tša bonesha pula and so on and so on. And now you find gore most of the people who were doing those things ke basadi. Now we are asking ourselves gore na what obviously fundamentally it means it's going to impact on the communities. Will they treat him with the very same level of respect? Will he be able to live up to the expectation? Will he have those rain-making powers?
Rain means a lot for us. It means peace. It means prosperity. Era gore go ba le khutšo le kwano le tlhabologo mo setšhabeng. 2006 we had very good rains and good harvest. In 2007 we had good rains but not throughout the season. It was less than the average, and so the season was not good. The harvest was not good. This year It's been raining. We have reason to believe we'll harvest well.
In my opinion, Makubo did not leave any legacy.
Oya karena re kushata ba ya gore di bogoshi ba basadi mo ga borena o tla tswela pele ena ngwana a leng gona masala nabo re tšea gore ge modimo a ka re thuša ra ba le yena a gola o tla gola a ba le bana go tswa go yena re ka hwetša kgošigadi ye latela.
So now we can say this girl is being groomed, and here she might also have problems the day or she must take over the responsibility, because now people are going to be asking questions. People will be saying at that time, she was born out of the royal establishment, and therefore we should also guard against the situation where we have seen most the person has been in power for such a long time, and because of what challenge
ngwana ya tshwere yo a bitsong regent e lego empapata ke bona ke o doba setšhaba se se hodisitswe se bona ala ba eng.
I think Balobedu are at a point where they would need to be sober-minded, level-minded, and approach these issues with care. Because now the Balobedu have introduced a totally new culture. Where there is a young man, there is a man, as opposed to the well-known tradition of a woman being the one to lead Balobedu.
Balobedu, we've had Rain King, 6 of them. And now we've had 206 years, we've repeatedly Rain Queen, 6 of them. Today, the world gets surprised. Are you destroying such a good institution? But we're not, we're protecting it. MT Mujaji, the regent. There's no virtue. We're carrying on. Stories arena, Tawa arena. It's straight,
the overall feeling is that there is no longer dignity in that family. Now the way forward is really not clear. The way forward for them absolutely is not clear.
I'm Lute Love.
And I'm Benny.
And we're off to the races, baby.
Firstly, I would like to thank SABC Sport for covering this second edition of Amazulu Kings Golf Cup. Today was also the birthday of His Majesty. So as part of the celebrations, we also host the Golf Day, precisely to raise the awareness around the game of golf and also to raise support for the Office of the King. We hope that as we're going to go for the gala dinner, we will be able to raise more funds. We also want to thank the sponsors that came on board to make this day a success. The whole idea is that youth in rural areas start playing golf. So we want to encourage them and show them that their king is actually part of this exercise or part of this development. As people of KwaZulu-Natal, mainly Amazulu, we've got heritage that sport can play a role in that space.
You know what it is, man. The ultimate plug to everything music, fashion, and of course, we take you full court on the basketball court. It's NBA Live. My name is KZ.